Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do an open box of the Parasound 200 Pre. Now, this is a pre-amplifier with a built-in deck, and this is going to go connected to the 2-channel power amplifier model 2125 that runs at 150 watts a channel into 8 ohms. Now I picked this up today because the Denon 1700 NE, which is a great amplifier, I mean beautiful, sounds great, but it doesn't have no sub out. I couldn't connect a subwoofer to it, and I wanted something with a subwoofer input so that way I could run, I don't have to run these full range. These are great, I love them. These speakers are, these KLH Model 3s, I recommend them highly. They have a tremendous sound stage. They're so detailed, but when it comes to the lower bass, they get a little muddy, and it's because they can't handle nothing. I think it's below 44 hertz. I mean, it's not a full bass speaker. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this, because this has a sub preamp, and it's got good bass management because it's a way of controlling how many hertz, like 80 hertz or whatever, where you want to cross it off to the sub, and that's great. It's got a lot of connections to it. It has a USB DAC built in. It's got like 3 optical, 2 coaxial. It's got a phono stage with a moving magnet. And I think that, you know, not too many reviews. Got good reviews out there, but Parasound is good. I guess they're designed in San Francisco, and I think they're built in Taiwan. But I'm gonna give it a try and see what's going on. Plus, the amplifier that goes with this, it's got some more power to it, and it's very well built. So here we go. So yeah, the company is based out of San Francisco, California, where they're designed and then built. So here we go, we got a box within a box. Very good. There we go. And let's see what's in here. Okay, the remote. It's a backlit remote. Feels pretty hefty. Very well built. The batteries. And here you go, the USB cord. You connect this to your laptop or to your tablet. And a trigger wire. And the power cord. There we go. And then here we have the manual. Parasound, new classic. Now they have the Halo version of Parasound, which is their real high-end stuff. Okay, and let's take this out. Very well packaged. Oh yeah. And here it is. Let's get it out of the bag. Now, one thing about Parasound, they always make good products, very reliable. And this is the front of the preamp. Pretty heavy. And I will read out the inputs that it has in the back. So you have a moving magnet and moving coil, phono input. You have analog 2 and analog 3. Then you got the bypass input for, I guess, home theater. And then you have your sub. And then you have outputs. You have your outputs for the subs. And then you also have, I'll turn it around and show it to you guys. Then you have a crossover point that you can set it. So you set your subwoofer for a certain crossover point, which I think is great. So it has a optical input, a coaxial and the USB. And then it has a 12 volt trigger out, infrared in for the remote, and then it has the off and on switch. And let me turn it around so you guys can check it out. And there it goes. It's got a whole bunch of inputs. Actually, everything that I need, this little box right here has. For a preamp, I think that's great. Really good. Everything that I needed. So now I'll be able to hook up some subs. And I'm planning to get a rel and buy the wireless adapter to it, so that way I could place it somewhere else in the room, because I'm not going to be able to place it up front because I got my dual subs for my home theater. So it goes to front. Very nice. Looks good. All right, there you go. That's the preamp. Now, let's open the amplifier. Now, the amplifier is a Class AB. Ooh, yeah, very heavy. Model number 2125, version 2, 2-channel amp. You can run it mono, so it's 150 watts into 8 ohms, 225 watts into 4, and 225 into 2. It's THX Ultra 2 certified, and it's got an auto turn on. So when it doesn't get a signal, after a while it turns off by itself. You could run it mono, and if you run it mono into 8 ohms, it's 400 watts. So you get 2 of these, and you got 400 and 400, which is not bad. It's pretty good. Here you go. Baby out of here. Another box in a box. All right. So first of all, you got the manual. Simple manual. And here goes the amp. Sorry. Knocking your fuel here. And here we go. Right, turn it around. Here we go. And here goes the front of the amp. Very simple. It's got an A and B switch for the speakers and your power button. Then in the middle it shows you if the left and right are on. Okay. Let's turn around to the back. Well, first of all, before I do that, see what it has back here. So turn on options, audio quiet or louder. So that's for, it detects the signal, it turns off or on. Then you got your front panel speaker selector. So normal is for A, lockout speakers A and B are always on. So normal, and then you lock out. So I figured that I guess the lockout speakers A and B are always on, would probably mean that if you have it locked out, it might lock out the B side of it, and then put it in normal, it always has A and B on. So as input, the RCA input, loop out, and then you have the level, how much power you want, kind of like maybe a volume button. And then you have high pass filter. For small speakers, select 20 hertz to 40 hertz. So I guess that's what I would pick for my speakers. And then you have stereo, normal, or bridged. So this is if you're gonna use two of these, okay? And then over here it's got a speaker A and B loud. So 2 to 3 ohms or 4 to 8 ohms. Now, I was reading the manual earlier online, and if you're running speakers that are from 4 ohms or 6 ohms or below, you switch it over to 2 to 3. And if it's 4 to 8, then you switch it over to 4 to 8. It has a voltage selector and the power input for the power cord. And there you go. Now, baby, it's nice. Ventilation, there you go. And you see the power transformer sits right in the middle. And it's a big transformer in there, very nice and heavy. And this is the back of the unit. There you go. Check it out. So now I'm gonna set all this up and let's see how it sounds. I haven't bought the subwoofers yet. I'll probably do that next week. And I need to order the transmitter if I'm gonna do a wireless sub. And see how that works. But anyways, Parasound, okay? See how it works? And I'll put some demos up and I'll let you know how it is. Okay guys, thank you. Subscribe.